It's Saturday night. The Mustangs are hungry for a win. They're 0-3 and they host Clayton Valley. Who will get the win? You'll find out next. Welcome to Sam Zakheim Memorial Field on the campus of Monte Vista High School for Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us. The Mustangs are 0-3 and they're hungry for a win as they host the Clayton Valley Eagles, who are 2-1. They lost last week to Monterey Trail, and they have wins over Intercom and a common opponent in Cal High. Clayton Valley won over Cal 20-16. Monte Vista lost last week to Cal in overtime, 38-31. The Mustangs in their red uniforms, Clayton Valley in their black uniforms, and we're getting ready to kick off, and Nathan Price will kick. And this is going to be a physical football game. That's how the Eagles play. Short kick taken at the 11-yard line, and it'll be returned where Clayton Valley will start on their own 30. Amori Taylor, who's their leading rusher, with the return, and we'll start things up. The history of these teams: Clayton Valley leads the all-time series 5-3. Last year, Monte Vista won 489 days ago, 31-21, helped by a scoop and score by now Cal Bear Nate Racina. MV lost 21-17 in 2015 at Clayton Valley. 2x2 set for Clayton Valley, and it's going to be an inside run, and Taylor picks up 8. Their quarterback by number 8, Jake Kern. He's got 2 touchdown passes on the season, but 5 interceptions. The Eagles will get right back up onto the football. They'll continue with that 2x2 set. Run to Taylor. He'll move the chains. He picks up 5. And Tyler Hibbert on the tackle, but not before the Eagles get the initial first down of the game. Spring football 2021. Happy to be here. Appreciate Monte Vista Athletic Director Andy Popper helping us get set up. Run inside by Rashawn Woodland. He picks up 4. And the Eagles will get right back up onto the football. And this is what they traditionally run, a little pistol with a double wing, and it's Novocaine, and it'll just keep running until they numb you. 6-yard gain, 3rd and 1 for Clayton Valley. My favorite Clayton Valley alums, well, we'll go back to Steve Malnick and Mickey Ward. And why do I say that? Great guys, and also guys that we coached with here at Monte Vista. Steve Malnick, the key of chili: put your cheese in the bottom of your bowl. We'll move on. Taylor, he picks up 3, and the Eagles will move the chains. They will monopolize this football. And if the Mustangs defend the run like they did last week, it's going to be a long night. They usually like to run behind number 36, who is the right wing here. Double tight set, double wing. Kern on the keeper. And very patiently picks up 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4. So Monte Vista scoring 28 points a game. Unfortunately, they're giving up 44.6 points a game. They have a +1 turnover ratio, but yet are 0-3. Taylor, nice cutback. He's tackled by Zizing, but again, Clayton Valley moves the chain. You cannot duplicate this offense in practice. Monte Vista is a 4-wide receiver team, and when they get double tight, double wing, it's hard to get a look. So usually the first drive, they're going to move the football. Kern fakes the pitch, and he's running along the Monte Vista sideline, and he's tackled by Noah Shepard. Shepard had a historical night last Saturday, a 99 and a 98-yard kickoff return for touchdowns. Woodland back into the game. Double wing set. Novocaine right, but Kern will play pass. He's under duress, and he's tackled. So Clayton Valley chewing up yards like me at a steakhouse, and then the coach, they want to go and play pass, and the Mustangs come up and make a play in space, and it's a sack. It'll be 3rd and 14. Kern back to pass, and pitch and catch. Not enough for the first down. Woolard with the catch. It'll be 4th down and 5. Nice play call, split the difference. And the Eagles will get right back onto the football. Isaiah Underwood at the bottom of your screen. Kern curled to the chains and then some. Tackle by Ritterbush, but not before another Clayton Valley first down. They took the ball here on their own 30, and after those 2 completions being down to 3rd and 15, Woolward, number 7, with a couple of receptions. Taylor. And grinding along, and the second level players of the Mustangs are making a lot of tackles, and that is not good against Clayton Valley, and they'll build their confidence. Taylor, and somebody's got to make a call down there, people. So it's a first down run down to the 2-yard line, and the Eagles will get right back up onto the football. And Taylor with a walk-in touchdown from the 2-yard line. And just like that, Clayton Valley goes 70 yards in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And Taylor with a 2-yard run. And Nelson will come on for the PAT. We'll just keep it simple. The kick is up, and it's his night, and it'll go in. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. Orthopaedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopaedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Ned Milin at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelry is making memories for 75 years in Walnut Creek. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. They will kick the ball short, and it's taken by Rocco Schramm. Head straight up the field, 12-yard return, and the Mustangs will take the football on their own 32-yard line with 6:38 here left in the first. 14-play, 70-yard drive for the Eagles. And see how the Mustangs answer. They'll go to a 3-by-1 set. Endries, the big tight end near the hash. Dylan Devitt at quarterback. And it's a screen and not very well set up by the Mustangs. And it'll be second and 10. Tough to run that play to the boundary, especially when the wide receiver doesn't release vertically down the field. There's just a lot of wash there that you got to get through. So it'll be second and 10 for the Mustangs. Cribb, and unfortunately for him, he fumbles. And speaking of fumbles, Mustangs were ahead under 4 minutes last week, ready to ice the game away, and Cribb fumbled late in the game. He knows it. He's going to get better. Had a great week of practice. But when everybody in the stadium knows that you're going to run the ball, you got to finish and get that game winner. Devitt back to pass over the middle to the big tight end, Endries. And I think the officials will give him the point, will give him his forward progress, and the Mustangs with their first down of the game. Endries with his 15th reception, and most of those are chain movers for first downs. Shepard and Jackson at the top of your screen. Endries at a wing, and Cribb with the run turns up the field and picks up maybe a yard. Clayton Valley scoring 17 points a game, giving up 18. They have a -1 turnover ratio. They've turned the ball over 6 times. They have caused 5 turnovers. Second and 9. Devitt out route. Nice hit in the flat, but a nice catch by Nishihara. Nish with the catch, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. Endries in the slot. Clayton Valley's got to be aware where he is every play. Cribb dives, and I think he's going to be they're going to give him the first down. Cribb planting his foot and getting south and gets the first down. Our referee, one of my favorites, retired chief of police of the Martinez Police Department, Dave Kataya. And I think we're going to have a ball exchange here. I hope he kept his receipt for that football. Devitt on the season's 59 of 98 coming into tonight, 522 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think he's really getting better every single game. Play pass. Post route. And it's incomplete. Neary on the 8 route over the top. The Mustangs taking a shot, and it goes incomplete. Neary's got a touchdown and 7 receptions on the season. So after the Mustangs get the first down and move into Clayton Valley territory, Coach Russi takes a shot. 2nd and 10. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be on the World Wide Web. Cribb plants his foot and gets downfield, picks up a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8. And I really appreciate all of our partners. We got a call from the athletic director at Monte Vista, Andy Popper, on Thursday about 11 o'clock, and guys are able to get together, get their commitments, and get here to bring you this game. 0 route, and you got to be a hero to throw the 0. Nice throw by Devitt, and then Nishi Era with the catch, gets up the field, and the Mustangs move the chains. Pretty nice 0 route. 0 route's a shallow cross. Jerry Rice ran this a lot with the 49ers, and the senior with the first down play. Endry's over the middle, and it's a little too high. That ball has got to be thrown right on his hat. If you throw it high like that, you're exposing him and possibly sending him to Muir Orthopaedic specialist. And you got to make a step to the throw, and that's a big gain there. Missed opportunity, 2nd and 10. The Mustangs taking a lot of shots on first down. Cribb pushes ahead for 4 yards. Cribb, 17 receptions for 82 yards. Also threw a TD pass. Rushed for a career-high 246 yards against Acalanes with 4 rushing touchdowns. 451 yards in 3 games coming into the game. Gavin Cribb, 3-year varsity player. Slant route. And the Mustangs move the chains. Matt Nuri with some fury, and Devitt is on time like a UPS driver, and the Mustangs answering with a nice drive of themselves. First quarter flying by here. Devitt up high to Endries, and it's incomplete. And then they're going to throw a flag. There is 4 defenders on Endries. If he looks, the next time they call that play, if he looks down to Endries, he's got Shepard all by himself out in the flat. So Dave Kataya, our referee, with the call. And with they calling this pass interference. And not necessarily an automatic first down in high school. It's not a first down. It's going to be 1st and 2. It's half the distance penalty. Cribb plants his foot. It dives and moves the chains, and the Mustangs are inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. Cribb moving the chains, and the Mustangs answering after giving up that 14-play, 70-yard drive. Cribb hit hard inside, picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Coach Rusty signaling in the play from the sideline. Fade route to Endries, and it's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down. And Josh Zeising, who's caught a touchdown pass from Gavin Cribb earlier this season, is into the game. And he'll line up next to Devitt. Cribb offset to Devitt's left. 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Cribb follows Zizine. He's working hard, and it's a touchdown. Monte Vista Mustangs, Gavin Cribb. Looked like he was stopped, but the senior sensed the goal line and got into the end zone. And here's that last play. Breaks the tackle, breaks another, and gets into the end zone. Okay, you can go 14 yards or 14 plays and 70 yards. The Mustangs answer with a drive of their own of 16 plays and 69 yards. Price on for the kick. And it is good. And Monte Vista answers and then some, and we're tied at 7. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV.
Here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopaedic specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopaedic specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Perfect. Price kicks. Taylor, Woodward. Finally, the Eagles get on it, and they've got room to run. We've got a block in the back, and this will go back 10 yards from the flag. And Clayton Valley will start right around their 21-yard line. So the Mustangs go 16 plays in 4 minutes and 36 seconds. And what I liked about that drive is the Mustangs on first down several times took shots downfield. And then mix in the run with the pass, and the Mustangs tie it up. And that penalty will start, Clayton Valley will start on their own 20-yard line. 2:01, and then the Eagles will get into their double wing set. And they'll attack the Mustangs, and Taylor. Initial stop was a 6-yard gain, but then you blink, and it's an 8-yard gain, and that's been the success for Clayton Valley in this drive. And in at quarterback is Brendan Bush, 7 of 8 on the season with a touchdown pass. Novocaine right, Taylor, as the Red Sea parts, and he picks up another 11 yards and moves the chains. Mustangs will quickly substitute, but if you don't stop the run, they're just going to keep running the ball, and then they'll sneak a play pass and they'll throw to score. 1st and 10. Nine-yard gain. Rashawn Woodland. He has a 100-yard game on the season. Coming into the game, 185 yards, the junior. And these running backs are coached to follow the blockers. And it's just a big sea of massive humanity. And then we've got a big run off a broken tackle. Woodland down to the 10-yard line. That ball was on their own 48, and Woodland breaks off a 30-plus yard, 40-plus yard run, and it'll be spotted 1st and goal at the 10. So when you assume that a teammate's going to make a tackle, that is the result. You can't stop against the double wing. Fake pitch and then a quarterback keeper. Pretty effective play. And Bush picks up a nice gain on 1st down. So Clayton Valley started this drive on their own 20 and have quickly moved down to the Monte Vista 4-yard line. And a lot of Mustangs with their hands on the hips, tired out. Quarterback run, and it's a fumble. And I believe Monte Vista has it. They do! Monte Vista, Brendan Bush, getting close to the goal line, but holding on that ball too loosely. And we'll see who recovers it for Monte Vista. Nevertheless, the Mustangs with the chicken strip, and that'll end the quarter. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. So Monte Vista was with the typical bend but don't break effort with the chicken strip here on Saturday night with a side of fumble recovery, and the Mustangs recover on their own 3-yard line, dodging that opportunity, and they'll get the ball back. 2 backs in the backfield, Zizing and Cribb, and Mustangs had 12 guys on the field, no penalty thrown. And it's going to be a run to Cribb, and he turns up field and picks up a nice gain on first down. San Ramon and Cal are tied. Clayton Valley's rushed for 128 yards, Monte Vista 41. Clayton Valley's thrown for 18, Monte Vista 35. Devitt, he's got Cribb in the flat, but doesn't throw it to him, and he'll take it himself. And he moves the chains with his feet, was talking to Dylan before the game. I said, there might be some opportunities, young man, to pick up some first downs with your feet, and there's an example. And he moves the chains, and the Mustangs, after getting the fumble recovery on their own 3-yard line. Over the top to Endries. Another ball that Devitt's got to throw on target, not throw it high and with touch. That one's got to be thrown on the clothesline. But it'll be 2nd and 10. Cribb, 9 carries, 35 yards. And a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Corners are playing 10 yards off. It'll be real easy to throw the 96 route. But Cribb on 2nd and long, 2nd and 10, picks up 8, and it'll be 3rd and 2. So Clayton Valley play a little 4-3, but their corners are a good 7 to 8 yards off the wide receiver. So there's some smoke routes or hitch routes that possibly become available. 3rd and 2 for the Stangs have been really good on 3rd down tonight. Cribb, and he's inside the 30, down to the 34-yard line, and the Mustangs with another first down. 3-by-1 set. Endries in the slot. Shepard at the top of your screen. It's a screen to Cribb, and he picks up about 3. That is a tough play because what happens, you're thrown into the boundary. The wide receiver on that side, you would think would just clear and run a vertical route, but he's blocking immediately. If he misses the block like he did on that play, the corner makes the tackle. 2nd and 7. Mustangs consistently throwing on first down tonight. Swing route to Cribb, and he trucks a tackler and picks up 4. Cribb with another reception. That'll make it 18 on the year. Call it 19. He's had 2 catches on this drive. Fast-moving game here. Sam Zackheim Memorial Field in Danville. One of my favorite settings in football. Devitt high to Endries. And he's got Nuri wide open on a deep in route. The defense is, and I get it, they're guarding the big tight end. Stare down the tight end and then look for an alternative receiver and you'll find success. Price is on to punt for Monte Vista, trying to flip the field here. He's averaging nearly 32 yards a punt. Mustangs are short a guy, I believe. Late arrival on Mustang Airlines. And I say that because hopefully my wife, who's a retired flight attendant, is watching tonight. Thanks, babe. Price. And nobody deep for Clayton Valley. And this ball will roll inside the 10. And it'll go down to the 9. And the Mustangs flip the field. Price with a nice kick. Orthopaedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopaedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Ned Milin at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 75 years in Walnut Creek. Look at that group of blockers. We'll show that replay. But playing defense against this team, it's not for the faint of heart. Look at all these bodies rolling at you. And you got to take blockers on and get physical. These boys are going to be sore tomorrow when they wake up. Trust me. Taylor, nice cut. Tackled by Zeinzine, and he's just short of the first down. It'll be a nice gain. It'll be third and short. I like how Taylor follows his blockers. He's had 2 100-yard games this season. Also returns kicks and punts. Double wing set. Taylor, after he's initially hit, gets another 4 yards. Hibbard with the tackle. Taken for a short Uber ride for about another 4 yards. And Clayton Valley will move the chains.
That's 9. 9 to 8 right now.
Monte Vista with 8 first downs. Clayton Valley with 9. Taylor following his blockers. This is a heck of a run here. Watch how many Monte Vista Mustangs are pulling flags on this play instead of making tackles. Coach Lombardi, grab. Or here's an example. And Taylor showing a lot of patience. See how many guys touch him where it comes down. There's 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to bring him down. So when the initial tackler gets there, everybody needs to run to the football, or that's the result. First down, 10th of the game. Woodland with another first. See, they'll run this, and then they'll hit you with a play pass for a touchdown. run for first downs, throw to score. And the Mustangs trying to avoid making history tonight. We'll get into that a little bit after this play. Reverse pitch. I like that call. That's opening up the offense as Seeley with the run. So the Monte Vista Mustangs want to avoid making history tonight. The last time they started the season going 0-3 or 0-4 was in 1993. They're hungry for a win. Inside pitch, and that's a pass play. And that'll go for a first down. Forward shovel. And Adams with the first. That's like a basketball drill. The old, I'll age myself, Bob Cousy. Google it, youngsters out there. You're not going to get many possessions against these guys. You've got to make the most out of them. Woodland again, but nice job by number 2, Isaiah Underwood, blocking through the echo of the whistle and blocking and grinding away. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. All 11 bodies up there in the box. Taylor with the pitch, and he picks up 3, and it'll be 3rd and short. It's a big offensive line led by center David Bean III. And they're coached and instructed to just move piles. And as we've mentioned several times, if you're arm tackling, not going to work tonight. Taylor. Initial contact was around the 43-yard line. He dives forward. Or to the 38-yard line. He dives forward to the 34. And Taylor with another first down. You know that I know that you know that I know that we're going to run the football and you're going to have to stop it. Another reverse pitch. And that's what we talked about. Initial tackler had their hands on him on the 34-yard line. But Seeley driving his feet, and he plays a lot of football. He's second leading tackler for them defensively. But if you don't time that reverse pitch, could be a little costly. Clayton Valley playing keep away so far here tonight. Taylor. See, Zizing missed a tackle. He has a guy at the 30-yard line. Missed the tackle, and they get down to the 25. You've got a gang tackle. You've got to rally to the football. Ants on sugar. And if you think you got a guy down, you don't. You got to rally and play through the whistle. 3rd down and 3. Nice cut. Puts his shoulder down. It'll be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. But Woodland and Taylor, pretty lethal combination for the Eagles. It'll be 4th and 1. Can the Mustangs make a play here? Just under the 3-minute mark here in Danville. Fans are going crazy. Being sarcastic. I don't know. We'll see. I think he might be a little short. He might be a little short. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to bring on the chains. And Dave Kataya will stop the clock. This could be a big moment in this game. Mustangs rallied to the football that time and finished with a lot of energy. It's going to be awful close. Thanks, Captain Obvious. That's why they're measuring. We're going to get the Shell credit card out. Mustang football. Stopped on downs. And look at all the red jerseys up there finishing this play. So bend but don't break is pretty effective. Clayton Valley nearly had that ball for 7 minutes. But the Mustangs will take over on their own 24, and they get the ball to start the second half. And as we like to say, winners out's opportunity. Cribb picks up 2. I like to see them go to an alternative receiver here, stare down injuries, and go and find another receiver. They've got openings out there. And I get why they're covering him, but I think they could find some other guys open tonight. There's a prime example. Cribb didn't like the move there. He should have cut outside and got out of bounds. When you cut back inside, you're running towards the defense. Take on the weak shoulder, step out of bounds, and stop the clock. 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Devitt will tuck it, and where he dove, it's short of the first down. So Coach Russey's got an interesting decision to make here. Is he going to go for it? Because he really gives the ball to him in short. And I'm waiting to punt this ball. I might even take a delay of game. I wouldn't waste a timeout because I would just wait. I would take a delay of game. Milk as much time off this clock as you possibly can. Late arrival again on Mustang Airlines. 3 guys late going through security. And I don't see a back judge doing a hand count. Still haven't done a hand count. Okay. And then we've got the delay of game. Very well done. What do you mean? Well done. They got a penalty. What are you talking about? Well, just take as much off that clock as you possibly can. But now what you have to be careful of is a return, because Taylor and Woodland are very capable returners. So they've got 2 deep. So you got to come down and break down in space. Bad snap, but Price has got all day to kick. And Taylor will let the ball bounce. The Mustangs should just let this roll, surround it. Don't down it. Let the clock run, but they down it. That's fine. And Clayton Valley will take over on their own 24-yard line. Fast-moving game. Both teams scored on their first possession, and then Clayton Valley was ready to score once, fumbled, ready to score again, got stopped on 4th down. Yada, yada, yada. It's 7-all. Anytime I can get a Seinfeld reference in the first half of a game, I'm in good shape. Screen pass. And Coach Rusty should call the timeout. And he does. Archuleta with the sack. And Clayton Valley trying to, I would say, get out of their normal modus operandi and going the wrong way for them in a 15-yard loss. So Monte Vista has 2 timeouts. So it'll be interesting. And here's a rule in high school, or it's in any level of football, and you might not know it. So let's say Monte Vista forces Clayton Valley to punt the ball. Monte Vista could signal for a fair catch and catch that ball in the air, put the ball on the tee, and have an opportunity to kick that for 3 points, a free kick. So you could say you actually learned something about football. So we'll see if that comes into play here. Continuing at quarterback is Brendan Bush. Mustangs would be wise just to not bite for a double move. It's a screen. That's a dangerous play. And it's a hold, no call. Yes, there is the call, plus it gets out of bounds. The Mustangs will decline the penalty. The clock will stop. He got out of bounds. Thank you very much. And it'll be third down. But Coach Russi takes the penalty, I believe. I would just decline it. It's third and forever. Should just decline it, but he'll. So the Mustangs take the penalty, which will put even more pressure on Clayton Valley. So maybe not such a bad call. That's why Coach Russi's getting the big bucks and the big dummies up here in the booth. Be second in a long time for Clayton Valley. It's an inside run, and the Mustangs will call an immediate timeout. So now it'll be third down. So even if there is no time on the clock and he catches that ball on a punt in the air, they still have a chance to extend the game and attempt a free kick for 3 points. So we'll see how that relates. But if they would have declined the penalty, right now it would be fourth down, and there would be 9 seconds left. So we'll see what happens. If you're Clayton Valley, you don't want to stop the clock. Simple running play. Then there's probably still going to be forced to punt the football. Mustangs have one more timeout. 2 long drives for both teams to start the game. And then Clayton Valley's played keep away, but turned the ball over on one possession and then took over on it's a screen. Oh my goodness gracious, and that'll stop the clock. But then we've got roughing the quarterback in the end zone. Roughing the passer on Rex Archuleta. You got to know the situation here. Situational football. They run, it's a screenplay. Wow. This is football. I mean, I don't like to be critical of the officials, but I don't know if that was unnecessary roughness. If he was in the hallway, yes, it would be unnecessary roughness. Clayton Valley's going to take one more shot downfield. They've got a receiver, and Shepard does a good job to knock it down. And that will be the end of the first half. And we're all tied at 7. Monte Vista will get the ball to start the second half. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Orthopaedic Express, by MOS, Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopaedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Ned Milin at Morgan Stanley. Thank you, number 51, for your continued support. Seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Sweeney Kovar, accountants and advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Thanks, Kevin Sweeney and family. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 75 years in Walnut Creek. Can't wait to see them again. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. You're watching Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. We're going to take a brief audio timeout. So we're back. Monte Vista alum Nate Ricina, but he doesn't come and see his old football coach. That's okay. We'll see him next week. So Clayton Valley started the game with a 14-play, 70-yard drive, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And the extra point was good by Nelson, and the Eagles led 7-0. Then Monte Vista answered with the 16-play, 69-yard drive. Cribb with a 2-yard plunge, Price with the PAT, and then basically Clayton Valley monopolized the football. Had 2 drives, one where they fumbled on the Mustang 4-yard line. There's Nate saying hello, proud of this young man, gaining weight, drinking lots of milk and a lot of water. Nice seeing number 8 in the house. Then turned the ball over on downs. So the Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half. Statistically, Taylor, 17 carries for 100 yards. Rashawn Woodland, 8 carries for 71 yards. And so they've run the ball for 32 touches, 182 yards offensively. Kearns thrown for 34, Bush for 3. Monte Vista, Cribb, 12 carries for 49 yards. Devitt, 2 for 7. He had one where he slid. And if he doesn't slide there, the junior quarterback keeps running a little bit, then slides. It's a first down. He's 7 of 13 for 50 yards. Cribb, 3 catches. Nishihara with 2 catches for 18 yards. Nuri with a catch for 13. Endries, who's been targeted 5 times. Look at him, stare down him, and find some alternate receivers. And I think the Mustangs will find some success. And these teams matching up. You just joining us, Clayton Valley leads the all-time series 5-3. The Mustangs won last year. Saying hello where we might be watching this game. Number 6, Sammy Desa. And all of our supporters of Monte Vista football, and appreciate all of our partners who allow us to bring you this game absolutely for free. Instant replay. You know, if you're bothered by the announcing, feel free to turn down the sound. And just proud to be here. We were once lost, but now we are found for one more game. Nelson. Actually, Rodriguez will kick, and Shepard runs it up to the 30-yard line. Now let's talk a little bit about Judah Shepard. Last week against Cal High, 99-yard return, and then a 98-yard return. We've never had a Mustang return 2 touchdowns or 2 kickoffs for touchdowns in a game. Monte Vista football here. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be. Cribb offset to Devitt's right, and he'll go back to pass. And it's a vertical route to Shepard, and he's met very rudely along the Clayton Valley sideline. So when you make this throw right into the defense, that ball's got to be thrown between the corner and the safety. Or you might be getting a gift certificate to Muir Orthopaedic Specialist. Handoff to Cribb, spins out of 1 tackle, drives up the field and picks up 5. And it'll be 3rd and 5. Cal leads 17-14. San Ramon has turned the ball over 4 times, including Josh Gerlach with picks of Jack Quigley. That throw falls out of bounds and incomplete, and the Mustangs will go 3 and out and kick the ball to Clayton Valley. Now, obvious punt situation, but Clayton Valley doesn't send anybody back deep. Price is on to kick. He had a 50-yarder earlier. Nobody back, so as long as this gets a good roll, should be a really good punt. Price nearly takes a knee. Nobody back deep. And the ball will bounce. And it'll be down at the 22-yard line. So, nice kick by Price. And Clayton Valley will start with their football on their own 23-yard line. They've got over 190 yards rushing. Guess what they're going to do to start this drive? Novocaine right, Novocaine left. Taylor and Woodland have been doing the work as their offensive line has been creating the holes. Pitch out to Taylor, and they do the Mustangs a favor running that play, and it's a tackle for loss for the Mustangs. Drew Racina on the play. Running wide, the Mustangs did a good job of stretching the play and forcing the defense. If they run right at them, it allows that offensive line to grind and move. Taylor with an outside run, Zeising with the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 8. And so when it's down here and it's 3rd and 8, don't think, oh, we got to get the first down. Clayton Valley doesn't like the punt. So if they pick up a couple of 3 yards for here, they're going for it. That's how they play the game. Woodland inside run to him, and it doesn't matter. He's grinding along, and big pile of mess, and it'll be a chain-moving run, and Woodland's now nearly over 90 yards for the game. So there's their offense. Little pitch, stay within the boundary, stay within the box, and prove successful. Quarterback keeper dives for 2, and that is the junior Brendan Bush. Picks up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. So as long as they're playing in front of the chains, they're always got a chance to get a first down running the football. Taylor back in. He's over 100 yards for the game. And you follow the fullback, Seeley. And that's what Taylor runs, and he's off to the races. The 40, the 30. Shepard has a nice angle of pursuit. Tackled out of bounds by Engel. But 44-yard run by Taylor, and he's near 150 yards. So initial contact, switches the ball. Good angle of pursuit for the Mustangs, but this isn't the time of the game you want to work on angle of pursuit. So they take this ball on their own 23, and they're near the red zone. Rally to the football. The Mustangs do just that, and it'll be a 1.5 yard loss for Woodland. Have not thrown a pass on this drive, nor do they need to. Oh, they throw one here, and guess what happens? Tackle for loss. Archuleta with the sack. -5 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and long. And what Clayton Valley is going to try to do here is to cut this down from 3rd and 15 to, maybe 4th and 6. But Clayton Valley, the Novocaine was numbing, but they choose to run a pass, trying to draw the Mustangs offside, and then we've got a timeout. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. presented by American Asphalt. So Clayton Valley calls a timeout. It's 3rd and 17, 8 minutes left. The Mustangs got the ball to start the half, but they went 3 and out. Both teams scored on their first drives of the game. Both nearly went 70 yards. And Clayton Valley has played keep away for the rest of the game. Next week, the Mustangs will host Jesuit. And Clayton Valley will be at San Ramon Valley. I know we're in COVID-19 pandemic and protocols, but should still be able to cheer at a football game. Follow the fullback, Seeley, 36, bottom of your screen. Corner route, incomplete. Nice play call. Woolard is wide open. Seeley's open in the flat, but could not get the completion. Now it's 4th and 17. And Mustangs don't bite the cheese. Meaning don't bite on a quick route, a fake short route. 4th down. Play pass. Bush. And he is met rudely. Rocco Schramm and Rex Archuleta. The juniors get together with a half a sack apiece. And the Mustangs will take over on downs, and they'll get the ball on their own 31-yard line with 7:47 left. Look at the red jerseys flying to the football. Archuleta and Schramm getting there and making the play. Cribb offset to Devitt's right. Hand off to Cribb. And he's tackled for a short gain. Tyler Berggren with the play. And a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. 4-man front, 4-3 defense. And you can see how the corners are played on the outside. Devitt with a middle in window to Nuri, and he'll pick up about 7 yards, and it'll be 3rd and short, and the Mustangs will get right up to the football. Marchese, Furlong, Marquardt, Barbara, and Strumpf, and then we've got a penalty. And 11 plus 1 is 12, and that's a bad number if you're on defense. Strumpf, Barbera, Marquardt, Furlong, and Marchese up front for the Mustangs. Endries at tight end. Jackson, Nuri, and Shepard. Mustangs have thrown a lot on first down tonight. And they'll do it again. Devitt's got time, and he unleashes downfield. He's got a receiver. Shepard! Down to the 4! Shepard having quite a senior season. That's the 8 over the top and a 52-yard gain. Devitt to Shepard. And the Mustangs will get right up the football and go a little tempo. Cribb. And he's tackled out of bounds. Pretty good play in space by Tariq Adams. Cribb down to the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal for the 2. Devitt stepped into that one, and Shepard with the 8 over the top. That's his 7th reception of the season, and that'll double his yardage output. Slant route, and Endries was open in the corner, and it'll go incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Thank you for wherever you may be watching us tonight. I'm Chris Babcock. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. 3rd and 2, the Mustangs. After taking over on downs, trying to get into the end zone. Cribb, and he's gobbled up. Riley Bischoff, unblocked, and gets into the backfield. Might not be a bad time to call a timeout. Make sure you got your best play in here. I would imagine they could maybe try to throw the fade to Endries. They do, and he's out of bounds, and the Mustangs don't score. So the Mustangs, so we've got a late flag. So it's post-penalty, or post-play penalty. I don't know if they call this on Endries for talking after the play. Dave Kataya, official. After the play, unsportsman. So it's a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike on Clayton Valley. The ball will be marched off half the distance, but Clayton Valley, most importantly for them, will take over the football. So we're calling the play here. It's going to be a fade to the corner. Pretty good coverage, and I liked how the corners from Clayton Valley got physical. So Clayton Valley will get the ball, and they'll start on their own 3-yard line. And they'll get out to the 6. So the Mustangs, on a big pass over the top from Devitt to Shepard, but they cannot hit pay dirt, and Clayton Valley takes over on downs. Taylor. It'll be a first down, and they'll move the chains. Five-minute mark here in the third quarter. Fast-moving game from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field in Danville. There's that reverse pitch to Seeley, and he takes a couple of Mustang tacklers for a ride, moves the chains, and it'll be a 14-yard gain, another first down for Clayton Valley. They're chewing up the first downs tonight. $17 first downs on the night. Monte Vista has 10. So they were on their own 3-yard line. They moved it out to the 25. Taylor spins, picks up 7. Face mask, but no call. Try to do the old pop the bottle cap off the bottle there, tackle, but 7-yard gain. 2nd and 2, and Taylor on the night as he continues to rush for yards, 164 yards. And then he gets a little tired, or what they do is they play fake to him, and Tariq Adams gets a chance to get into the statistics, and he moves the chains with a first down. They did this the last drive, and then when they got close to the red zone, they decided to throw a pass. Lost yardage, the drive stopped. See if they'll just continue to grind this out. Option to Taylor. And he's met rudely in the backfield. Nishihara with the tackle. Credit him with a TFL. 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12. Woodland will trot back on the field. Back at quarterback is Jake Kern. They've been rotating Kern and Bush. And it's that reverse pitch. And that gets credited as a forward pass. Seeley with a reception. And he'll pick up 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5. Just like they want to be. 3rd and 5. So don't trust that they're just going to run the ball here. They could run a little play pass and send Seeley out to the flat and the tight end to the corner. Nope. They run that shovel again, and they pick up 3. Just another look that presents the defense, and we've talked about it a couple of times tonight. It is hard to duplicate this offense in 1 week in practice, especially when you're a 3-wide, 4-wide offense like Monte Vista. So it's 4th and 2. See if the Mustangs can get another stop on downs. They don't, and Woodland, who's getting close to 100 yards on the night. And as we get closer to the 4th quarter, this is the test of wills. Woodland with 81. Taylor with over 150. First down for the Eagles. Two tight ends, double wing. And it's another shovel pass. 3 straight shovel passes. And Lockett with the reception. So how many plays on this drive so far for Clayton Valley? They started on their own 3 with 5:30 left in the quarter. This is the 11th play of the drive. Taylor. And just short of the first down. These are fast-moving games. Be 3rd and 1. You fall asleep here, and all of a sudden the surprise package out in the flat, and it'll be a touchdown. So you got to play assignment football against this offense. Or you just hand it to Taylor. And he picks up 4, give him 5, and it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs will substitute. And that, I believe that'll be probably be the final play of the quarter, Mr. Carter. So that'll be the quarter. You're watching Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. Yeah. Orthopaedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopaedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Ned Milin at Morgan Stanley, thank you 51 for your continued support, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelry is making memories for 75 years in Walnut Creek. Love the Spitz family and all their support over the years. And American Asphalt taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. So Clayton Valley has rushed for 288 yards, 47 passing. Monte Vista's rushed for 171, 51, 110 passing, 61 rushing. Clayton Valley has yet to punt. So we start the fourth quarter. Bush, or actually, check that, Kern in at quarterback. And it's a wing counter to Seeley. And he's having himself quite a drive here. Picks up 9. So Seeley's had a couple of receptions, has run the football. 3 catches for 17 yards, and then just got 8 yards on a run. Taylor following his blockers. And a good tackle in space by Judah Shepard. And Clayton Valley will get another first down. I'll give you their first down totals here, as they've been grinding out the clock. 21 first downs. So if you're Monte Vista and you give up a score here, you got to block that extra point. Double wing set. Taylor goes ahead for 5, and we'll see where he stands rushing-wise after this play. 188 yards rushing. So last week, Monte Vista gave up 317 yards passing and 199 yards rushing. 516 yards of total offense against Cal High. Second down and 6. They'll split out Underwood as a wide receiver. Taylor moves the chains, and it'll be first and goal from the Mustang 7-yard line. And Dave Kataya will quickly wind the clock, trying to culminate a 97-yard drive here if they score. They got the ball with 5:30 left in the quarter. Taylor inside the 5, down to the 3. So this is by the, depending on when it ends, they are just playing keep away, monopolizing the ball. They've had it for over 8 minutes now. Second and goal. Shovel pass. Seeley. Touchdown. Clayton Valley. 97-yard drive culminated by the 4-yard shovel pass to Seeley. And the Mustangs going to try to block this extra point. Kern will get credit for the touchdown pass. This drive started on their own 3-yard line with 5:30 left in the quarter. We're now at the 9:20 mark. The kick is good. 18 play, 98-yard drive, 8 minutes and 19 seconds. And Seeley with the drive culminator on the shovel pass. I believe he caught 3 shovel passes on that drive, all of them going for first downs or touchdowns. So the Mustangs need to answer because they're going to have – this is only going to be their – this will only be their third possession of the second half. Shepard be better off letting that ball go out of bounds, and he does. Now, does Coach Russi take this penalty, make him back up 5 yards, and re-kick it, and using Shepard as a weapon? He doesn't. Takes the penalty, and the Mustangs will get the ball on the 35-yard line. Thought he might take the penalty and make him kick it again. Devitt at quarterback, and he is sacked. So the Mustangs continue the trend of throwing on first down and pretty much max protection there. Just because it's called max protection doesn't mean you're going to get that max protection. And Devitt is sacked, and it's a 7-yard loss, and now the Mustangs are playing behind the chains. Devitt run out of the pocket, and he's sacked, and that'll be about 11-yard loss. Had injuries on the crossing route, but once Devitt scrambled away from pressure, Endries was going the other way. So you see 88 crossing the field there, and Devitt sacked, and now it'll be 3rd and 27. Not many plays in the playbook for 3rd and 27. Shepard off his hands, and the Mustangs will have to punt. So the Mustangs didn't have the ball very long, and they'll punt. Went threw the ball 3 times. 2 of those were sacks, and the other ones were incomplete. And Price will be on to kick. And I really think Clayton Valley does a favor to Monte Vista not having somebody back deep, because Taylor and Woodland are very capable returners. And that will be roll out of bounds at the Monte Vista or at the Clayton Valley 46-yard line. They'll take over. So their last drive, Clayton Valley had the ball for 8 minutes and 19 seconds. What happens here? .801. Somebody on the Monte Vista defense got to step up, make some plays here. Woodland in to start this drive. And he picks up 8. We watched that. We got that one on replay. Watch Woodland watch him just follow the offensive lineman in front of him. Shows a lot of patience. Watch there. He's almost the old grab your offensive lineman by the belt and just lead. Second and short for the Eagles. Woodland for 7, and he creeps closer to the 100-yard mark for the game. 94 yards. And the clock chains are moved. The clock is winding. And although there's 6 minutes and 55 seconds, this is 4-minute offense. They want to move the chain, and not have penalties. And I spoke too soon for them. Procedure on, been a pretty clean game procedure-wise for Clayton Valley. And when you get all these motions and everything and spring football, we tend to see this season a lot of procedure penalties, but that was the first one called on the Eagles. So they're rotating quarterbacks. Bush is back in. Woodland. So if you're Monte Vista, it's 1st and 15. You got to take advantage. You got to keep them behind the chains. They're not geared to throw the football. Are they geared to run they geared to run it? Most certainly. Nearly 300 yards rushing for them on the game. Woodland tackled, and that'll stop the clock, and that'll help Monte Vista. Yeah, I'm clock watching with 6:16 because that's how they operate. That they being Clayton Valley. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Shovel pass here to Seeley. Or inside run to Taylor. And he picks up a few. Rocco Schramm on the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 9, and they're thinking 4-down territory because basically when Clayton Valley gets off the bus, they're in 4-down territory. Third and 9. Don't jump here and do the Eagles a favor. Play pass. Shepard with the pass defense. He read that like, well, I don't want to say some book and it offend somebody. He read that very easily. And Shepard, Coach Russi and Coach DeCou would have preferred an interception, but they'll take the pass defense, and it's 4th and 9. Now, does Clayton Valley go for it, or do they punt? I mean, their punter is Kern, but he's also a quarterback. So, depends what they do here. He will pooch kick it, but they're going to go for it. Kern, he's got a receiver, and it's caught. Touchdown, Clayton Valley on 4th and 9. Alex Bush with the catch. We've got a flag on the field, so I don't know if this is post-touchdown. So we got a touchdown. It's a sideline warning, so they get a detention notice, but no penalty. This is just a go route. And on 4th and 9, you can't get beat on the go route, and that's exactly what happens. And that's a heck of a catch by Alex Bush, his 4th reception of the season. And that goes for a touchdown for Clayton Valley. And they're ready to take a 2-score lead here. Nelson on to kick. And we've got a procedure. 7 plays, 54 yards. And on a 4th and 9, Alex Bush comes up with the touchdown, and that's a backbreaker for the Mustangs. 2:35 on that drive. Nelson to kick. And it's now 21-7. And here's that touchdown pass. Fourth and 9, and the Mustangs get caught sleeping. And it's a 39-yard touchdown. Bush with the catch. So it's 21-7 Mustangs. So total yards offense for Clayton Valley tonight. $422, 332 rushing, 90 passing. They've run 71 plays. Monte Vista has run 40 plays, so they're nearly doubling up on the plays. Shepard takes it on his own 10. They could use a big play by him right now. Makes a nice return. Then we got a flag on the field, which usually means a block in the back. And Dave Kataya with the call. Block in the back, so more than likely a spot penalty. It's thrown at the 35, so the Mustangs will be marched back to the 25. And this is where, if you're a defensive lineman for Clayton Valley, you're getting in that track stance and you're bringing the pass rush because you know that Monte Vista has to throw the football. And if Mustangs score, they're going to have to onside kick because the chances of getting the ball back pretty slim and none. Devitt, deep ball, and it's incomplete. Was trying to hit Jacob Lee, but that goes incomplete. Actually, it was Noah Shepard was the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Crib out in the flat. Nice tackle, pushing out of bounds, using the sideline. Saylor pushes Crib out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd and long. Endry's caught a pass early in the game. He's been shut out since. Mustangs leading receiver. He's here in the slot. Middle screen. And Clayton Valley's all over it. Ritterbush with the catch. So it'll be 4th down for the Mustangs. Got to convert here and maintain possession. Devitt. He's got injuries at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Monte Vista! 69 yards. Devitt to injuries. And Price will come on for the extra point. Devitt did a good job of scrambling, and we were just saying that Endries hadn't had a reception for a long time. Well, couldn't pick a better time. Endries was on the crossing route, then sensed that Devitt was scrambling, pushes upfield, makes the catch, and gets into the end zone. A long run of tight ends at Monte Vista continue that have played at the next level. Brandon Sweeney, Zachary Ertz, Brendan Landman, Eric Cromenhoek still at USC. So the tight ends will continue to shine here at Monte Vista. Endry's just a junior, been offered by UNLV, Fresno State, Penn, and that'll continue. Very coachable young man and gets bigger by the breakfast. Price on to kick. And it's up and it's good. So Monte Vista has all 3 timeouts. They've got a discussion to have with their staff. Do we kick the onside kick, or do we kick it deep and play defense? Here's that touchdown again. And Endries with the finish. And the big fella showing his speed and gets into the end zone. So Price will tee it up. Do the Mustangs kick the onside kick, or do they go deep? Now, Clayton Valley's got their hands team on, so a little Pooch-alicious kick to the 30 might do you some favors. You got all 3 timeouts left, so you could kick it deep. Clayton Valley's got 10 men within 16 yards of the football. See what Price does. 21-14 here from Danville. And Price will kick it deep. Taylor will take it at his own 6. And he returns it to the 23, 17-yard return. And time for the Mustangs, if they want to tie this ball game, an opportunity to tie this game rather, they need to get a stop. But this is a Clayton Valley offense that's just been chewing up the clock. Taylor with 191 yards, Woodland with 98, Seeley with 25, Adams with 12. They've rushed the ball 59 times for 332 yards. Double tight, double wing. Kern at quarterback. Taylor. Nice move. We've got a flag on the field. So if this is a spot penalty, it'll be marched back 10 yards from the spot of the flag. So it'll be first down and probably about 5 yards to go. Maybe 8. Kataya with the call. It's a hold. Hasn't been many penalties tonight for either team. Nine penalties for Clayton Valley, 3 for Monte Vista. So they'll get 2 yards out of the play when it all shakes up, and it'll be 1st and 8. Play sent in from the sideline. Clayton Valley looking at the wristbands. Double wing, double tight end set. Taylor. And nice tackle. Picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. So the whistle blows at 3:55. In high school, you get 40 seconds as Taylor goes over 200 yards. You have 40 seconds to snap the football. When you get to 35, the back judge, which we don't have tonight, will start doing a can count. And Clayton Valley's in no hurry right here, because I believe they have to snap this ball by right around the 3:14 mark. Taylor was met in the backfield, but continues to grind out yardage and ends up picking up 3. So the whistle blows at 3:10. Ball have to be snapped by the 2:30 mark. 3rd down. Kern in at quarterback. Taylor over 200 yards rushing. And Clayton Valley will get up to snap this football here. Taylor picks up the first down. The clock will temporarily stop. And then Dave Kataya will wind it once the chains are set. And he does exactly that, the 2:26 mark. So somebody got to make a play for that Mustang defense, and I would imagine after this play, Coach Rusty's going to call a timeout. Kern waiting patiently. Taylor, 2-yard gain. Hibbert with the tackle. It'll be a timeout, Monte Vista, and we'll want to do one more thanks to our partners helping you bring you this broadcast. Orthopaedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopaedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Ned Milin at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Sweeney Kovar, accountants and advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelry is making memories for 75 years in Walnut Creek, and American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. So second down. Monte Vista down to down to 2 timeouts. Defense needs to make a play. Picks up 2. It'll be 3rd and 5. Thanks of you that are joining us after watching the UCLA Gonzaga game. Gonzaga went in overtime 93-90. I think we've got a score from San Ramon Valley, 17-all to start the fourth quarter. So minute 43 left, 3rd and 6. Monte Vista has one more timeout. If Clayton Valley gets a first down, this game's over. They'll get in victory formation. Total offense for Monte Vista tonight, 229 yards, 44 plays. Clayton Valley's run 77 plays, almost doubling up the Mustangs' play opportunities. Shovel pass to Seeley, and he's tackled short of the first down. The Mustangs will call timeout, and it'll be 4th and 1. Seeley with another reception on the shovel pass. I think that's about a handful of shovel passes that he has caught tonight. That's his 4th catch on that shovel pass. So it's going to be 4th and a long 1. Now, the easy way to get this is if you're Clayton Valley is you draw the Mustangs offside. But I'm sure the coaching staff of the Mustangs saying, don't jump, watch the football. Or if you're Clayton Valley, we've run the ball time and time again. We're not going to get cute. Let's just go and run the ball right at the Mustangs and follow that large offensive line. I would highly doubt that they would play pass here or bootleg or anything like that. I think it's going to be Novocaine right, follow Seeley, Taylor trying to grind out to get the victory. So huge play here, 4th and long 1. And I think he's going to be short. I think he's going to be short of the first down, and the Mustangs are going to have a chance to get the football back. This is the big stop they were looking for. Let's watch this one again. The Mustangs with a 4th down stop. Clayton tries to run wide, and the Mustangs rally up. And nice job by Tyler Hebert. So the Mustangs will take over on the 49-yard line of Clayton Valley with 1:32 left. Devitt back to pass. It's a deep route. We've got no flag on the field. Getting a little handsy on Saturday night, but the ball goes incomplete. One-on-one coverage. Saylor out there in space, trying to go to Nuri over the top, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 1:25 left. Mustangs get the stop on defense. 2-by-2 set, Cribb offset to Devitt's right. Devitt will scramble, and he picks up 2. The Mustangs got to get right back up onto the football. Be 3rd and 8. Devitt back to pass, got time to throw. Going to Endries, he's got him! Oh, incomplete! Had Endries on the vertical route, and he just couldn't quite come up with it. So the Mustangs got to get a 1st down here. Sending Endries right up the middle, gets behind the defense. But saving the day for Clayton Valley was Tariq Adams. If he doesn't come and finish that play, it's a touchdown. So right here, it's 4th and 9. You got to run your route beyond the chains, and Clayton Valley will call a timeout to make sure that they have the right call on. So situational football right here for Monte Vista. 4th and 9. Got to get the 1st down. 54 seconds left. They were down 2 scores, but then Devitt scrambled and hit Endries for a 60-yard plus touchdown, and then kicked deep to Clayton Valley. They did get an initial 1st down, but then the Mustangs stopped Taylor on downs. They've had a number of 4th down stops tonight, which is typical if you want to play and compete against Clayton Valley. So the Mustangs get great field position, but have only moved the ball 1 yard. It's 4th and 9. They got to get a 1st down. And you expect Clayton Valley is going to be all over Endries, number 88, right in the middle of your screen. 4th down for the junior quarterback, Devitt. Goes to Endries. And he moves the chains, and that'll temporarily stop the clock. Everybody in the field know that you're going to you, and you still make the play. And the Mustangs will hop onto the football. Endries with another catch, and the clock will start. Clayton Valley blitzes, and it's a screen to Cribb, and they had it set up. But might be better off that ball was dropped because the pursuit was lurking near 36. So 42 seconds left. Endries with the big catch. He now has 3 receptions. He's over 100 yards, I believe, for the night. Ball's on the 34, 2nd and 10. Mustangs have plenty of time. Devitt scrambles. Hits Endries. He's down to the 20. The 10. He's down to the 8. The big tight end, Jack Endries, moving the chains, and the Mustangs are in business. Now they were down inside the goal to go 2 previous possessions and weren't able to score. Can they get in here? And does Coach Russi go for 2, or does he kick the extra point? Endries in the slot. Cribb offset to Devitt's left. Last thing you want to do here as a quarterback is take a sack. Throw the ball away if it's not there. Into the end zone, it's going to be intercepted. That's one that Dylan needs to learn to eat, or not eat, just throw it into the stands. Not every play can be a parade, and with the interception is Charlie Saylor. That's his second pick of the night, and Mustangs had no chance on that play. Saylor does a smart thing. Take the dive. Clayton's going to get into the victory formation and run this clock out. So victory formation for the Eagles, and they'll get their third win of the season. And the Mustangs will fall to 0-4. They host Jesuit next week. So both teams playing hard tonight, but the running game and the timely shovel pass attack of Clayton Valley is able to get them the one-score win over Monte Vista as they win 21-14. Let me give you some final statistics. Clayton Valley, they ran 80 plays for 452 yards, 358 of that via the running game. Monte Vista ran 51 plays, 270 yards, 45 yards rushing. When your opponent outrushes you by nearly 300 yards and you only lose by 7 points, that's a quinky-dink to me. Monte Vista passed for 225. Didn't turn it over until that last possession of the game. Taylor with 218 yards on 38 carries. Woodland, 14 carries for 98 yards. For Monte Vista, individual statistics, Cribb, 54 yards on 16 carries. Devitt, 14 of 30, 225 yards, an interception, and a touchdown. Endries, 4 receptions for 118 yards, a touchdown, including a big score that put them within a touchdown. So we'll wrap things up here from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field, where Clayton Valley beat Monte Vista 21-14 to move the record to 3-1. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you've watched this game, youtube.com/NorCalSportsTV, and get alerts about upcoming games absolutely for free. Thank Monte Vista Athletic Director Andy Popper and head coach Matt Russey for helping us prepare for this game, and hopefully it reflected in the broadcast. You've been watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. Thanks to our crew, Greg Kuripat, Damon Esper, haven't seen him since the Rose Bowl in 2020. Jeremy Hurtado, our director Jason Green, and I'm Chris Babcock here in Danville. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.